Hello, children, and welcome back to our English class. Today, we are going to do the question answers of the first chapter of our English literature book, that is, An Uncomfortable Bed. We have already done the chapter and its explanation in the online classes, and today we are going to do the question answers. So, let's take the first question. My friends were fond of practical jokes. I do not care to know people who are not. From the second sentence, what do you think the speaker valued in his friends? The second sentence, children, I want to tell you all. This is the second sentence. I do not care to know people who are not. So, from this sentence, what do you think the speaker valued in his friends? And the answer is I think the speaker valued the friendly and the fun loving nature in his friends. His friends were fond of practical jokes, and the narrator does not object to this fact as he says, I do not care to know people who are not. Now, the second question, can you find any evidence in the text that supports the first sentence? The answer is evidences that support the sentence my friends were fond of practical jokes are number 1, the entire evening everyone laughed in an exaggerated fashion. The second one, the whole household came to accompany the narrator to his room. The third, the speaker heard them laughing and whispering in the corridor. Now, the second question, which at once made me rather suspicious. So, which other words in the text tell you how the speaker was feeling and acting? Other than the word suspicious, which other words tell you how the speaker was feeling and acting? So, the words distressfully, inspected, examining, cautiously, groping, without moving, and carefully examining tell us that the speaker was suspicious. Hence, he was looking suspiciously at everyone and everything and acting cautiously. Now, let's move to the second part of this question. Add one more word of your own to describe his state of mind. The answer is we can use the words confused and cautious to describe the speaker's state of mind. The third question, look out, old ferret. They have something in store for you. The first question, another meaning of ferret is to find something by searching carefully. So why do you think the speaker called himself a ferret? The answer is, on reaching Picardy, the speaker was grandly received by his friends and was given a lot of attention, which at once made him rather suspicious, and he knew his friends were fond of practical jokes. He wanted to be cautious of their pranks, so he called himself a ferret. Next question, what did he think his friends had in store for him? The answer is, he was well aware that his friends were fond of practical jokes. Moreover, their extra attention towards him made him rather suspicious. So, he thought that his friends expected to have great fun at his expense and hence must have planned a good prank for him. Now, the fourth question. Once inside his room, how did the speaker move and act, and why? The answer is, once inside his room, the speaker moved with short steps very carefully, examining the room. He inspected every article one after the other. He did so because he suspected that his friends had laid a trap for him and he did not want to fall prey to it. The fifth question, why did the speaker close the shutters and draw the curtains? What happened as a result of this? What else did he do in paragraph 14 that helped to bring about the outcome? The answer is, the speaker closed the shutters of the window and drew the curtains in order to have nothing to fear from outside. As mentioned in paragraph 14, the speaker pulled out the mattress and other bedclothes from the bed and made his bed on the floor into the very middle of the room, facing the door. This act of the narrator resulted in the outcome of the story as the valet tripped over the unexpected bed in the middle of the floor. Valet means a male assistant. Children, a male helper at home is called valet. So valet tripped over the unexpected bed in the middle of the floor while bringing the breakfast and fell on the speaker with his hot breakfast and tea, which unexpectedly became a practical joke. Now, the next question. The armchair was solid. Why was this discovery important to the speaker? Because it meant that he could protect himself with a chair if necessary, or because it meant that he could sleep in the chair, or because it meant that his friends had not laid a trap for him in the chair. The answer is C. The third option is the correct answer. It meant that his friends had not laid a trap for him in the chair. Now, the seventh question. I did not dare to get into the bed. Why didn't the speaker dare to get into the bed? Why did he finally go to the bed? The answer is the speaker did not dare to get into the bed because he suspected that there might be some trap laid for him in the bed. He finally decided to go to the bed, thinking that his friends would be amused at his terror and would succeed if he remained awake all night. So he made his bed on the floor and went to sleep. The last question, the eighth question, which is the last question of chapter 1. The speaker was awakened by a body falling over him. What else did he feel and hear at the same time? When and how did he realize what had really happened? The answer is the speaker was awakened by a body falling over him. At the same time, he felt a burning liquid on his face, neck, and chest, and heard a dreadful noise as if a sideboard laden with plates and dishes had fallen down. He rushed into the corridor and saw the daylight. As he looked into the room, he realized that while bringing his tea, the valet had tripped over his unexpected bed in the middle of the floor and fallen on his stomach, spilling his breakfast and tea over his face. So that's all for today. See you in the next video with the other exercises. Goodbye.